Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a regular here, you know the score. I review many video, photographic and audio related products. Well, recently I've done a review on the Sony ZV-1. Sony are advertising it and promoting it as a vlogging camera. This is it. Excellent little 1-inch camera based on the RX100 range of cameras, from the RX100-1 right through to the RX100-7. And linked up here somewhere is my initial review on what I think of the Sony ZV-1. Well, this is just a fairly short, hopefully short, follow-up video and how I've been using the ZV-1 and what I really love about the ZV-1. So let's get going with it. So the ZV-1 is advertised and promoted as a vlogging camera, primarily because you can flip the screen out. It's the first of the Sony sort of compact cameras with an articulating screen, very light, very compact, and you've got yourself an ideal vlogging camera. There have been criticisms that the 24mm wide end isn't wide enough for vlogging. I don't really do any vlogging, so I can't really comment on that. But I just want to go through what I've been using the camera for and why I love this particular camera. Now, I've been using it, it's a pocket camera. I've got a little pouch for it here, but I keep it in, and this is my day-to-day pouch. It's kept on my belt, so this camera is with me at all times for stills, for photos, which is stills, for stills, video, whatever I want, and it just comes out the pouch. I'm ready to go. And I got a pocketable 4K video camcorder with a great stills camera, and that's what I got it for. It's even got, which again, great for video production, it's got a mic jack. Just in the side here, you've got your mic jack. It hasn't got a headphone jack, but that's fine. But it has got a mic jack. Now, I have been taking stills with it, and it is a great little stills camera. It's not going to compete with its APS-C brothers and sisters, such as the, well, this is the A6500, because I'm filming the close-up shots on the A6600. Out of idle curiosity, I've got the wide shot there being filmed with me A6100, or one of my A6100s, and the tight shot, the head shot here, is being filmed on my trusty Nikon Z6 with the f-mount 85mm lens fitted to it via the FTZ adapter. So I'm still using my Z6s, and I love them. I won't be selling the Z6. It's a great camera. Now, getting back to the ZV-1. I use the ZV-1 predominantly for video. It's used for helping me produce these YouTube videos, and I use it predominantly for the close-up camera. So on most of my recent videos, when you see the close-up shots, i.e. these shots here, these will have been filmed, I would think 90% of the time, filmed with the ZV-1. Now, I use both it's got a product showcase mode, so I use that mode, and I use just the conventional autofocus mode. The product showcase mode I have found to be an absolute asset. So I can be using it, obviously filming the third angle of me, and you know, from the side. But the minute I put something up to the camera, it focuses, boom, it's straight in on it, and I'm really enjoying that feature. So that's a great thing with this little ZV-1, that product showcase mode. I do hope that Sony introduce that into more of their product line. I think, again, for YouTubers, it is great. Influencers, as they tend to call them, most of us work by ourselves. We're solo, or at the maximum we have a crew of 2. But because we work for ourselves, we need cameras with great autofocus to be able to pick up the autofocus of our faces. We can't keep using manual focus because we're moving around a lot, we're picking up products, we're doing demonstrations, the autofocus is really crucial. So it's great that manufacturers are realising that and are bringing cameras out that have got really good autofocus. And I think most of the main manufacturers, are doing that. But the little ZV-1 is really light, it's really compact, and that's another reason that I'm enjoying it. I can keep this on my belt all the time, and I've not found that a hindrance, so I'm really enjoying that. So that's another thing that I'm enjoying with the ZV-1, and another reason why I purchased it. But But as I said, the video is great. I'm using it a lot for me product shots. It has got the articulating screen, so I can actually see when I hold a product up to the camera, I can actually see what it is that you know, that I'm holding, and that's great. And the other thing that I do find with it, its functionality is great. It's pretty much entirely menu driven, but it really would have been nice for Sony to put a control ring around the actual lens. Now I know the RX100 range has a control ring around the lens, and that would just be helpful for adjusting aperture, shutter speeds, whatever it might be. But this lens has got no control ring whatsoever. It is what it is. So that's a couple of minor points really, and to be honest, they are so minor, it wouldn't put me off buying this again. And I may well get another ZV-1 a bit later on, so I've got two of them. A portable recording studio in the palm of your hand, and that's phenomenal. As I say, I don't use it a great deal for stills, but it is with me all the time for doing stills. So yeah, that's basically my follow-up. It's a quick one. My follow-up review of a ZV-1. I can highly recommend it to YouTubers, to people that are doing content creation. The 4K video is really good quality. It's really, really nice quality that comes off this 1-inch sensor. So again, if you're producing YouTube content, I think you'd be really, really pleased with it. Oh yeah, the other thing that I do need to mention that is great with this, but you can power it off a USB block. Now again, I know I would have mentioned that before, but for me, that is phenomenal. I always plug it into a USB block. I've got my 66, I haven't plugged the USB block into my 6600 because the battery in that is so good, I don't need to. But I'm running my A6100 off mains power, and I can do that, or run off a USB block. And the same with the ZV-1. This is great what the manufacturers are doing now. So I can just leave that running. I know the battery's not going to die on me, because these are piddly little batteries in the ZV-1, and they don't last a great time. You do need 2 or 3 spare batteries with you. What do they call it? BX1, MP BX1. It's a piddly little, whoops. It's a piddly little battery. You can see there how tiny that little battery is. It's the same battery as in the RX100 range. So I do find it, they do die quite quickly. But again, I'm running them off a USB block or mains power, so so what? And that's it really, yeah. And also, it doesn't overheat like the RX100s do. I've not had this once in the last month or so overheat on me, and even if I'm using it constantly in the studio, it hasn't overheated, and it'll keep on recording. It'll keep on going. I mean, tiny little camera like this, and it's got unlimited record time, as I've said before, but I'll say it again. Great for me. I waffle on a lot, and if I make mistakes, I don't have to keep stopping the camera and starting again. I can just keep on rolling and then chop it in the edit. I find that's easier. Different people will have different methods of working, but that's my method. That's my preferred method of working. So there we go. Yeah, functionality is great. Having a tally light, I've found essential. Now I do podcasting now, so when this is set up in my podcasting studio, I didn't realise how useful I would find this tally light. So you start recording, and you've got a big bright red light on the front of the camera. Again, Fuji's do that. The Fuji X-T3 I know for sure has that. And I wish other manufacturers would start implementing, a tally light on the front of the camera. I'm filming on my Z6 now. I'm just hoping it's recording. The 6100, I can't see the tiny little record light in the bottom left-hand corner. Same with the A6600. But on that, there's no doubting that that is recording because of a big red tally light. So great feature that Sony have implemented on this particular camera. Yeah, even if this didn't take photographs, I would still love it. And that's incredible. That's what I'm saying, how good the ZV-1 is. It does take stills, but and they're great stills, but it is a little bit more cumbersome getting to the functions for taking stills. Not a great deal cumbersome, but a little bit cumbersome. But you know, great. And also it's great that the screen folds back on itself as it does with the Panasonic cameras, so, and the Canons, so, you know, protecting the screen because it's folded back on itself. Yeah, so lovely little camera. So there we go. Hope you found that useful. That's my follow-up thoughts on the ZV-1. I can still highly recommend it, and I've been using it quite a bit now. And I will constantly carry on using it. Really, really beautiful little camera. So there we go. Hope you found that useful. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and hit the like button if you found the content of this video useful. Now, I don't get paid for doing these videos. All the kit that you see I use, I've purchased. So I'm completely unbiased. I'm saying it as as it is, really. And I really enjoy making these videos. So the more subscribers I have, the better it is for me, and the more content I can produce for you guys and girls. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so, and hit the like button. Thanks very much, and stay tuned for more videos relating to video and photography. Cheers for now. Bye.